Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Scarlett. If you're new here, I love all things skincare and makeup. And today I'm going to be doing a date night luxe makeup tutorial. So let's get into it. To start off with skincare, I'm going to use the Kosas spray-on serum and just hydrate my face because I've been out of the shower for a little while and need to bring back some moisture. Now I've got a couple samples here. This is the Dr. Barbara Sturm Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and this is very, very tiny, which I think shows enough how expensive the whole product must actually be. I'm like fully doing multiple pumps trying to get as much out as I can. So I'm using about like a dollar coin size. I'm gonna rub that in all over my face and down my neck. For moisturizer, I have the Augustinus Beta, the cream. I have had a sample of this before and I have to say, this is probably one of the nicest moisturizers I've ever used, but unfortunately, this whole brand is so expensive and I just used the whole packet. That was 2 mils and it's so lovely, smooth, hydrating. It's perfect. I would buy this moisturizer 100 times over if I could, but it is not worth that much money. But yeah, I've got the Chanticleer Radiance Elixir here. Again, very small bottle. And I love a glowy look, especially at nighttime. So I'm just gonna go absolutely ham with this when it comes out of the bottle.
Six and a half hours later.
That took me way too long. That was very difficult to get out of the bottle. This is quite a thick serum. So hopefully that effort will pay off. This is very scented in my opinion. Like, very floral. Hopefully that's given a little bit of glow. And to hydrate my lips, I'm going in with the Dior Lip Glow Oil. This is the shade Rosewood 012. I'm just doing a little bit just to keep my lips moisturized while I do the rest of my makeup. You did see this foundation in my last video, but this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 2, and this will forever always be my favorite foundation. For concealer, I'm using my Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is the shade Birch, once again. My favorite concealer, perfect. I've tried so many and none of them will ever be as good. Now I'm placing this a little bit under my eyes because my under eye makeup always tends to crease. So by placing it a little bit lower, it's not going to be so intense under the eyes and I can control how much product goes there. So I can lighten it a bit and hopefully just avoid those creases. Now things are starting to get more fun because I'm going in with contour. This is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick, and this is in the shade Biscuit. I believe this is the fairest shade, and I'm just gonna go in with quite a lot on the back of my hand, really warm it up. I'm gonna grab my brush and just tap that all over. And then just go in very lightly in tapping motions. Just to get a shape going. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Alright, so for my cream blush, I'm using the NARS Afterglow in the shade Orgasm. So there we go. And I'm going to blend those out. My next step is highlighter, so I'm going in with the Westman Atelier Light Up Highlight Stick in the shade Nectar. And I'm going to do the same thing again, rubbing it in onto the back of my hand. And then I'm going to apply it with my fingers, just because this is quite a gel consistency once it's warmed up on the back of your hand. So I find that it's best applied with my fingers. Because this is a nighttime look, I want to keep my makeup as glowy as I can, so I'm not going to set my whole face with powder. I'm just going to go in with Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Light. And I'm just going to do that under my eyes. And just in my T-zone really, just to prevent any oil buildup. This next step I'm really excited for because I haven't used this palette in a really long time. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Divine Blush Bronze and Glow Trio. This is in the shade Forever New. So I've got Nude Honey, Naked Peony and Opal Allure for the shade. So that's what it looks like, and it is so beautiful. The packaging is just gorgeous. I love it so much. So I'm going to start off with bronzer. And then build on my forehead. Defining my jawline as well. Alright, time for blush, the center shade. I'm going in with quite a bit, trying to make sure I can see that there's product on the brush, and then I like to tap off the loose stuff, loose powder, and then dab that on my cheeks. I like to go from like my hairline all the way up. I like to have a nice rosy look going. And I'll do a bit on my nose as well. Going in with the highlighter, this is quite a pale one, so I might mix this with something else depending on how it looks. Actually, you know what, never mind. I just saw how that applied and I love it. That is so pretty. Okay, I underrated this highlighter the first time I used it because this is actually gorgeous. It's more of like a shine rather than a glitter, which is very different to what I usually go for. But you know what? This might have converted me. I love this. I'm loving this a lot. I can't remember if I said this in my last video, but I really kind of made this an essential step in my makeup routine, and that is to get my powder brush, get as much product off it onto my hand. And then I like to just softly go over everything that's on my face, because it just tends to give a bit more of like an airbrushed, filtered look. Looks a little bit more blurred and put together. And if you start doing this yourself in your own routine, you will notice the difference. It just looks a little bit more refined. And I'm a perfectionist too, so that's just me. I kind of want to keep this look natural for tonight, so I'm going to go in with the Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadow palette. I'm not really sure what this is called. Divine Rose Luxe Quad Eternal Eden. And I'm going to go in with the shade Earthly Delight, I believe. And this is a little bit of a mauve colour. I'm going to tap off the loose powder, and I'm just going to lightly go in my crease. Then to add a little bit of shimmer to my eyelids, I'm using this Natasha Denona palette. This is just the mini pastel palette and I'm going in with the shade Twiggy. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going in with the shade Aurora, which is a lovely gold shade. I think it's duochrome because in the light, it kind of changes to like a bluish hue. But I'm just gonna pop that like on the inner corners of my eyelids and then work it to the middle. See how it kind of shifts? There we go. Just brings a little bit of brightness. For my eyeliner, I'm actually using another sample as well. This is the Lancome Le Crayon, and this is in the shade Noir. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna focus on like the outer corners of my eyes. Just kind of makes it look a little bit more darker. Oh, it makes my eyes a bit watery. For my eyelashes, I actually find that this is quite an elaborate routine. I start off by brushing them first, and I like to make sure that they're all going straight in the direction that they grow. And this terrifies me every single time. So once I've done one round of curling them, I think I usually do about 10 to 20 seconds, like just clamping. I then have a look at how my lashes are looking. So I'm seeing how there's like some kind of clumps here, and I just want to correct that because I don't like that clumpy look. I like them looking all spread out and fanned out. And then I'll go in and I'll curl them again because it kind of just keeps them in place. For mascara, I'm using the Caution Extreme Lash Mascara from Hourglass. And I haven't used this in a hot minute, so I'll be interested to see how I like it. I'm just gonna start off in the middle, starting at the root, and wiggle up. So like middle of my eye at the root and wiggle up. Did I just get mascara on my nose? Oh my god, I did. We'll deal with that after. Then I work my way to the outer edges, and I'm fanning my lashes out very lightly. Ooh, watery. For my eyebrows, I always use the same product, and today that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. I do not need to fill in my eyebrows, thankfully. I'm very blessed in that department, thanks to my dad. And I just have to use clear brow gel that is strong enough to hold them in place. So I have two lipsticks from Dior. These are the Dior Addicts, and these are the shades 652 Rose and then 463 Ribbon. These are both gorgeous lipsticks. These, I think, are my favorite lipsticks ever. The finish, the colors, the texture, they're perfect. I love them so much. I think I finally decided I'm gonna go in with the shade Ribbon. I think it's gonna suit this look best, and it's gonna last quite a while. I find that while I'm eating, it will last through as well. Blake Lively said in Gossip Girl, lipstick lasts longer, but lip gloss is more fun. Which is what leads me into my Pat McGrath lip gloss. This is the Lust Gloss in the shade Pale Flower Nectar. Oh, this makes me so excited when they have like such intense shimmer. Oh, look at that. It's so gorgeous. If anyone wants to do like a count of how many times I've said like gorgeous and pretty in this video, feel free. But I know what the answer's gonna be. It's gonna be heaps. But there we go. Just a little bit of shimmer on the top, not too much. Bit golden, bit rosy. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So I'm gonna let that dry. And then in about a minute or two, I'm gonna go on with another layer of that just to really set that in. So while I'm waiting for my setting spray to dry, I'm gonna talk to you about my hair. So before I started, I washed, blow dried my hair and wrapped them up in these heatless curls. And today I used the K18 Damage Shield range. And it's a pH protective shampoo and conditioner. I love this stuff because it hydrates my hair, but it doesn't make it too smooth and too silky, because otherwise it will not hold the curls. And I'll talk to you about it in another video coming up, but my regular shampoo and conditioner, which is my holy grail, I can't curl my hair with it because it makes my hair too soft, makes my hair feel too healthy, and the curls just don't last. So hopefully this stuff gives it a little bit of oomph that's gonna hold the curls in place. So crossing my fingers that they're gonna come out real nice. Having in heatless curls definitely does look a little silly, so I recommend doing it the night before, sleeping in them, and then when you wake up you can take them out. But I've just had these in for a couple hours. They came out perfectly. So before I put in my jewelry, I'm going to go in with perfume. This is a very cherished perfume of mine. This is the Louis Vuitton Curve Tente. It smells very light and sweet and kind of musky, and I always get compliments every time I wear it, but I always be sure to not inhale it and to put it on before I put my jewelry on, because I don't want that to set into the metals. So for my hoops, my jewelry, which I believe is Australian, but I'm not 100% confident, so don't hold me on that. But at the moment, I'm loving my gold jewelry, so they'll do nicely. And then I'm gonna go in with my Van Cleef vintage Alhambra necklace. And if I get this on the first try, which I did, this will pull through, hopefully without breaking my hair or the necklace. And there we have it. There is my luxury makeup, skincare, hair care look. Jewelry too, I suppose. And yeah, that's it. Kind of want to keep it natural, but enhancing your features, as I've said before, and keep it glowy, keep it shimmery, keep it pink. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment down below, or head over to my Instagram, Scullywag, for some more fun content, or my TikTok. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.